Hey, what's going on, gamers? I'm Acro. I hope you're having a good day. I'm having a pretty good day myself. And a lot of you probably just got your Fischl from this event. The event's not over yet, but this video will be going up like when the event is, or when the event you can get the Fischl or whatever. So, you got your Fischl, and now everyone knows Fischl's like one of the best supports in the game, or one of just like the best characters, you know, top tier. And so, you got her. How do you build her? Well, there are two main ways to build Fischl. Firstly, there's electro support, and then there's physical DPS. Electro support is where she really shines. Like, that's where she should be, or that's where you'll see the most effectiveness with her. Physical DPS, if you don't have another DPS, like if you are truly fully free to play. I mean, there's Zhengling. I don't know what other characters are. Not free to play, but you didn't do any wishes. Because I'm free to play too, but I've done some wishes. So there's Zhengling. There's really not any. I don't know. I don't think Kay has a DPS. Maybe Amber. No. So basically, yeah. If you are free to play and you haven't done any wishes, Fischl might go into physical DPS if you wanted, but that's only for Spiral Abyss, if anything. Other than that, you should be running her electro support. So I'll go over electro support first, and with that, the weapons. So, for electro support, there are four weapons, or not four, there are three weapons that I would recommend, and then if you don't have any of those, just use whatever. Let me see, filter, bows, and bows. I love this new thing they have. So, firstly is the stringless. I don't have the stringless, so I can't show you the passive. But I can tell you what the passive is. Or not the passive, but its effect is. So basically, it increases elemental skill and burst damage. And then it, obviously, like every other thing, it scales with the with its refinement. So the stringless is definitely the best for running support Fischl, without a doubt. Now, if you don't have the stringless, I would say you can run what I have right here. It is called the Sacrificial Bow. So the Sacrificial Bow is right here. Oh wait, it doesn't. I'm a pro, guys. Don't worry. Well, here it is. So here, after damaging an opponent with an elemental skill, the skill has a chance to end its own cooldown. This only can occur every X seconds, depending on whatever your you know, your refinement is. And this is refinement 1 for me. So if you don't have the stringless, use the Sacrificial Bow. And if you don't have the Sacrificial Bow, then you can use the Favonius Bow, which is right here. So crits have a small chance to generate small amount of elemental particles, which will regenerate energy for your character. The only reason I have this here is because if you're running her support, you want to get those energy particles. So if you don't have the Sacrificial Bow or the stringless, the Favonius Bow would be your next best bet if you're trying to actually get like her support ability up, which is her E, and her or basically Oz. Her Q also summons Oz. So it would go stringless. If not stringless, get the Sacrificial Bow, and if you don't have the Sacrificial Bow, then the Favonius Warbow. And if you don't have the Favonius Warbow, you can get whatever bow you want, really. Maybe, I don't know. Both the bows from the blacksmith aren't really good for support Fischl. So just, you know, use whatever bow you feel fit at that point. But it really, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what bow you have for support Fischl, because she's not going to be on the field most of the time anyways. Her Oz will be, but she won't. You'll be like on a different character doing DPS. So it won't matter because you're not attacking with her bow. And then for artifacts. Now, artifacts for support Fischl, you can go like, I'd say 2 ways, depending on like what you have. Let me open up the map here. So basically what you want to do is this thing right here, this Midsummer Courtyard has what you want. It has the Thundering Fury. So I'd say the best thing to go is Thundering Fury 4-piece, because you get the 2-piece electro damage bonus of 15%. And then I have Zhengling, and I have like Mona and Barbara, so I can get the electro charge too, and those are increased by 40%. So that's why I would go that. If you don't have like your DPS as a what do you call it? As either a fire, a cryo, or a water, then you might not want to go 4-piece here because you're not going to get any of the usefulness out of this. But also, I still think it's really good. And you know, if you have, what do you call it? Child, the new what do you got? The new guy. If you have child, then you might want to just go 4-piece because he's water and he is busted. He is really strong. I'd say with the 4-piece, it's really big. And then there's another way you can go. If you don't have your DPS as a fire, ice, or water, then what you can do is you can do 2-piece Thundering Fury, and then you can go over here. Where is it? I'm finding it. Here. You can go over here, and then you can do a 2-piece Scholar or Gambler, depending on what you want. So Scholar gives you energy recharge rate, Gambler gives you elemental skill damage. So depending on what you're feeling, if you see that you don't have like a full uptime on your Oz, like if you don't have your Oz up constantly or for very little time, then I would recommend going the Scholar because that's going to help you get your charge back, and then you can use your ult, and your ult will give you Oz back. However, if not, just go do Gambler, because Gambler will increase your damage. And that increases your elemental skill damage, not like your elemental burst, which is the ult. So basically, that is really good. I'd say take Gambler over Scholar 99% of the time. Probably 100% really, but if you feel like you want, or you don't have your Oz up a lot of the time, then Scholar's where you want to go. So that's basically electro support. The only other thing to add for electro support artifacts is this right here. So on your artifacts, don't look at my artifacts either. I put these on like when I was like 20 or something, okay? I didn't know what I was doing. Anyways, so the only thing you want to look out for is like you basically just want to find attack damage, attack. You want attack, and you also want elemental mastery. And I would say that if you're looking for, or not looking for, you definitely want, I don't think any of these, these do. You want electro damage on your goblet right here, because that's what Oz is going to be doing. Electro damage is basically, what you're looking for on your goblet. Other than that, the other pieces, you can look for whatever you want. I'd say go for attack, because that's basically how you're going to be doing all your damage anyways. Like, Fischl's not going to be on the field anyways, so you don't have to worry about HP, defense, or anything like that. You just summon her, you just summon Oz, and then you swap to whoever else. So that's basically what you want to look for, just a bunch of damage. And if, as I said, if you are, just like for the Scholar, if you're having trouble keeping Oz up, you might want to get a little bit of energy recharge on one of these. Like, energy recharge. So, there's got to be something with it. Elemental recharge, or energy recharge. And maybe a little bit of elemental mastery. But for the most part, just to prioritize attack. So that's basically electro support. That's how most people are going to be running her. So, if you're, that was what you were looking for, I guess see ya. But, if you want to know the other way, Physical Dps. So, Physical DPS, there's basically 2 paths you can go. It depends on how you play, really. If you play like this, like you're constantly going for charge shots, then you're going to have a different, different artifacts and different bows than if you just play like this. I don't know. There is like a perfect way to play, like with a mix of these and stuff, but for the most part, I see a lot of people just doing this. But if you do play like this all the time, then, well, I got you. So anyways, on to the weapons first. So firstly, for weapons, what you want is, blah, 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 it says the Sky Harp. So, I don't have the Sky Harp either, but I can tell you what its passive does. So, the Sky Harp right here is the 5-star, big one. Basically, what it does is it increases your crit damage, and hits have a chance to do AoE, a small little AoE. So that's pretty big. And so if you just go a crit build, that's what you're going to do, really. The Rust is the second best if you don't have the Skyward Harp. Basically what the Rust does is it increases normal attack damage, but decreases your charge shots. So this will be doing a lot more damage, but this will be doing a lot less. Which honestly, I think that's a great compromise. Because these are, what do you call it? You don't have to aim, like, you have to aim with these and stuff. With these, it just locks on to whoever's, like, you have a soft lock on in the game. So I would say that the Rust is very good if you don't have the Skyward Harp. The second best is the Compound Bow, which I actually have, so don't have to go into the archive. So basically what the Compound Bow does is it increases your attack and your attack speed. And it stacks up. It's pretty good, I would say. So basically you'll be attacking faster and you will be doing a bit more damage. And the thing about the Compound Bow is for this path, you can just go to the blacksmith and he builds it. Let me see here. Compound Bow. Give me a Compound Bow. So this, it cost you 50 white iron chunks. The whatever these are, crystal chunks, 50 of those, and then 1 Northland bow prototype. So you can easily get refinement. That's what it's called. You can easily get refinement 5 on the Compound Bow just because you everything, all the items for it, and you can make it, and you can also grind all the items for it. Well, you can't really grind it, but you know the bosses have a chance to drop the bow. So that's what really is, the Compound Bow is a very good compromise. But if you don't have the Compound Bow, which you should, because you can just get it for free, basically, you want to use the Black Cliff Warbow. So the Black Cliff Warbow, what it does is, it increases damage after defeating an enemy, which, you know, stacking effect. I forget how much it stacks, but it basically it stacks. I don't know. I really don't want to talk about the other bows, but I will. I guess, because you should just use the Compound Bow at the end of the day. But the Black Cliff Warbow, if you have it, why not use it, I guess. I think that's the one from the Battle Pass, maybe? I don't remember. But yeah, the Black Cliff Warbow is alright. I would say totally... Oh, wait, no, the next one on the list. The Viridescent Hunt. So the Viridescent Hunt is... basically what you would use if you don't have the Black Cliff Warbow. Basically what it does is, you can read it, you basically have a chance to summon a mini cyclone on enemies. I don't really, I guess it's kind of useful maybe for crowd control or something. Honestly, I don't really like it. But if you have it and you want to use it, it's like what you like, you know, you do you. It's really, at the end of the day, whatever you want. You know, but other than that, then there's the Royal Bow, which maybe I have, I probably don't have. But basically what the Royal Bow does is it has a stacking increased crit rate, and after you hit a hit, you lose the stacks. So basically what it does is, where is it? I don't have it. But basically what happens is every time you land an attack, it increases your crit rate, stacking to like 4 or 5, and after you hit a crit, it goes back down to 0 stacks, and then it goes back up again when you do your hits. So that's basically like the tier, not the tier list, but like the way you want to go here. So at the top you have Skyward Harp, then Rust, and after that Compound Bow, Black Cliff Warbow, Viridescent Hunt, Royal Bow. So that's like the hierarchy. That's it. The hierarchy of what you want to go if you are looking for just your normal attacks. Now, if you're a player that plays like this, charged attacks all the time, I have you covered. So there are literally only 2 bows that I didn't talk about, and one of them is a 5-star. It's called Almost Bow. So what Almost Bow does is it basically it's actually pretty cool. So what it does is it's right here. So basically what it does is it increases the damage your shots do, and in addition to that, for every for every like X amount of time, depending on refinement, it's traveling, it'll do more damage, like a % more damage. Now the reason I put this under charge shots is because your charge shots do significantly more damage than your normal attacks, and your charge shots are probably going to be traveling for a lot longer time. So that's the reason I put it under like the if you play charged. So you're gonna hit like a truck if you use that bow, and you're like doing this from a very far range, just because it does extra damage for every like whatever the refinement is. Default it's like 0.1 seconds. So for every 0.1 second your arrow travels, it does more damage. So that's just, I think, really, really strong if you're looking for charged attacks. And then the other one is the Prototype Crescent, which is another blacksmith bow. I believe I have, yes. No, I don't have. Okay, anyways, I could make it if I wanted. So let's go over here. So the Prototype Crescent is the other thing you're going to do or use if you don't have the Amos bow. Oh, it's Amos's bow. There's no apostrophe S. Okay, so basically what it does is aim shot hits on weak points increase movement speed and attack by 36%. Or whatever, that's refinement 1. So basically your aim shots that hit weak points, like, you know, the one I can think of off the top of my head is the Ruined Guard's eye and back. So aim shots that hit those will do increased attack damage and give you a little bit more, movement speed for a bit. So if you don't have that and you play charged, or if you don't have the Amos's bow and you play charged, just get the Prototype Crescent. You can get that to refinement 5 easily because, once again, the materials needed are things you can earn. You don't have to pay for them. Artifacts for physical DPS. So, for artifacts for physical DPS, you can go 2 paths. But basically, let me, no, that's the wrong way. Basically, you want to just look for a bunch of attack and physical damage. So, over here is going to be your big thing. So, there's this set called Bloodstained Chivalry. And this is what you're looking for physical DPS. If you play charged, like if you charge your attacks, you want to go 4-piece here. And that's because the 2-piece set gives you extra 25% physical damage. And then the 4-piece set is basically after defeating an opponent, increases your charged attack damage by 50% and reduces the stamina cost to 0. So normally charged attacks will give you or make you lose stamina. However, the thing is, if you can see right here, bow users don't lose stamina for charging attacks. That's only, every other type of weapon user. And I think, yeah. So literally every other type of weapon user loses stamina for charged attacks. However, that still doesn't negate the fact that you get 50% increased charged attack damage. So that's why you would go 4-piece if you're a charged attack player. If you're not a charged attack player, which I assume most of you aren't, I find the gameplay or the playstyle odd. But I used to do it when I just started. You want to go 2-piece Bloodstained because you still get the physical damage 25% increase. And then after that, you just want to go basically anywhere where there's a Gladiator. I think the bosses drop Gladiator. Yeah, Gladiator. You want to get a 2-piece Gladiator. And that gives you an 18% increased attack. So that's basically that. I guess, once again, on the artifacts, specifically the goblet, what you're looking for is, let me see if I can actually find it. They gave this little, here? Physical damage bonus. Do they have those? Okay, up at the top. Yeah, physical damage. So basically what you want on your, Bloodstained Chivalry's goblet is to not have HP, but where is it? Physical damage bonus, because that's what you're going for. You're going to physical DPS. Other than that, everything else, you just want damage. Flower, luckily, and maybe not luckily, Flower's going to obviously give you HP, because Fischl's going to be on the field most of the time, as she's your physical DPS. You might want to have spec into a little bit of defense, or, the Flower already gives you HP. But, DP, or, if you got a nice healer and stuff, it really doesn't matter, I guess. But, defense and HP are also welcomed, but you want to prioritize your attack and, physical damage. Elemental Mastery doesn't really matter. Elemental recharge rate doesn't really matter, because you're just going to be playing off your auto attacks, which, is kind of bad, because Oz is, like, your main guy, Oz is really busted. But, yeah. That's what you're going to do if you are a physical DPS player and you want to go the normal attacks. You get the 2-piece Gladiator and the 2-piece Bloodstained. And to recap for the other one, if you do charge attacks, it is a 4-piece Bloodstained Chivalry. But yeah, this video has been pretty long. I didn't expect it to be this long, but I I get rambling sometimes and stuff. But, I got the information out there. I said what was important. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, like the video, I mean, I don't know really how you enjoyed this video. I just basically read off stats and gave a tier list of them and stuff. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Maybe subscribe. Who knows? Maybe I'll upload a few more Genshin Impact videos. Who knows? Might just happen. But yeah, I really hope you have a great day or night. And if you never watch me again, well, I hope you have a great life. See ya.